trousers under what looked like a 19th century frock coat, complete with a small white flower in his lapel. Hiram was 52 years old, but looked older, with an oversized head, thinning hair, a gaunt face, deep-set, almost hooded eyes, and very large hands. Because of the Marfan, he moved in a hesitant, jerky fashion, which inevitably reminded people of Dr. Frankenstein's outsized monster. The manor house, known as Whitestone Hall in the Great Falls neighborhood, sat on 10 acres of extremely valuable riverside property that was surrounded by a 14-foot-high, ivy-covered brick wall on all 4 sides, including along the river. The house was situated high enough that there was a river view from the back terraces. There were massive wrought-iron gates at the front entrance and solid, almost medieval wooden gates on the riverside that led to more terraces cascading down to the river itself, where there was a small boathouse. The 10 acres were heavily wooded, except for a wide avenue of descending walks and pools edged by formal gardens that ended down by those huge wooden gates. The front drive was packed yellowish gravel, but where one might have expected more formal gardens, there seemed to be a complete jungle of plants of all descriptions spreading out to the front and side walls of the property, interspersed with trees and large, strange-looking shrubs. Not visible from the road was a rooftop greenhouse that spanned the entire width of the house on the back side, facing the river. Anyone driving by on Deep Step Creek Road could catch just a momentary glimpse of the house through wrought-iron gates, but otherwise that imposing brick wall offered complete privacy. Hiram was the only child of the man who had invented and then happily patented the compound that kept the oil in an automatic transmission from frothing under load. Hiram was thus now a very wealthy man. His father had built the house for him, meaning that every dimensional aspect of the house and all its furnishings had been designed for a man who was just over 7 feet tall and more than a little shaky on his feet. He had seldom ever left since moving onto the property 26 years ago. Everything he needed or wanted could be brought to him, and had been since childhood, when he had begun to inspire people to back away when they first saw him. "Not the first time," Hiram said. Strang smiled. "The animal probably isn't amused," Hiram said, "but after about 10 minutes its vision returns. Sometimes it tries for another bite. Not a good idea." "Because?" "Because Sister Doc Surprise is a rather short-tempered weed, Mr. Strang. The first toxin is a precursor. If it's attacked again, a special bulb in its roots opens and pushes an alkaloid compound resembling the one in wormwood into all of its branches. A mouthful of that shuts the animal's autonomous nervous system down. It then pretty much drops dead." "Autonomous system meaning breathing, heartbeat, stuff like that?" "Stuff exactly like that," Hiram said patiently. "Now, alkaloids, those are always bad, yes?" "We botanists prefer to think of them as quick," Hiram said. "And it's the living plant that does all this, right? Not just, say, some of its dried leaves." "Correct." Hiram chuckled. "Let's move on, shall we? I've lots more interesting plants to show you." They proceeded to the next cold frame. "Do Sister Doc Surprise's abilities occur in nature?" Strang asked as they were walking. Hiram nodded. "The Phase 1 response does," he said, "but no, the second response is not found in nature. Yet." Strang gave him